Okay, the last sets of the band being played, and Jeff Chidester is here. Jeff, how was the event?
Oh, it was wonderful. I mean, think about it. We had over 600 people come out and attend, really...
Chilly day, too.
It's a chilly day. They stuck with it the whole time. We had some wonderful speakers, and I think that it's important that, the key about these rallies is that it is sending a message every time you have them. We're well represented by the media, and I think that, representatives, whether they want to believe that the voice is out there, take these rallies very seriously.
Now, again, you drew a pretty decent crowd here from New Hampshire and on a Saturday, with a nice Saturday, although cold, with other things to do. Was there a particular speaker that you thought was the strongest, or a particular message that you thought was the most important?
Well, I mean, I think each of them brought a different thing. I always enjoy Skip Murphy because he certainly brings in the perspective of an observer who's able to see all the things that are going through his news outlet, the Granite Rock. I certainly did. I like Jane Cormier too. I thought it's great when you get people up there who weren't part of the legislative initiative, who suddenly find that the only way that they're going to make change is to be part of the process, not just in voting, but running for office. I think it's a powerful message.
Now, one of your speakers stressed the idea of finding people to run for office.
Yeah.
Isn't that really where the rubber meets the road? Getting people willing to go out there and do the heavy work of running for office for $100 a year, really?
Well, absolutely. I mean, not only on the state level, but also if you think about running for school board and also city council and town council, because the reality is that that's where about 60 to 70% of your tax dollars are spent through those organizations. So if you can't do it on the state level, do it on the city level.
Now, one of the things that interested me about the rally, the concept of honor your oath. In your program, you had all the various oaths, and the oaths are specific about honoring the Constitution. Is this really a cultural change where you have one culture that's traditional American that takes this stuff seriously, and one culture that's secular and utilitarian where it's just a question of, whatever gets me elected, whatever gives me power?
Absolutely. They don't listen to the words, and I think that, we talked an awful lot about taking that oath from the military perspective. And many of us who took that oath may not have understood each one of those words initially when we took the oath, but suddenly when we commit ourselves to the military or commit ourselves to the police force, we find what that oath really means when you're all alone. And like you said, when the rubber hits the road, how you respond to respecting that oath is extremely important.
Now, what I don't understand, and maybe you can talk about this, is that our friends on the left seem to think that they'll be in power forever, so that if a person on the left takes away someone from the right's rights, that no one from the right will ever be inclined to do the same. I don't understand why they trust the government that they won't control forever.
They believe their own propaganda. They really truly believe they've misread the 2012 election completely. The pendulum swinging back and forth when we look at the percentage of independents that is growing, libertarians that are growing. It really is, what you see is this massive sweep out of politicians who do not obey their oath, who do not adhere to what the people need them to do.
And I understand you're also a radio talk show host, so tell me where the people can find your show.
Sure, New Hampshire Perspective. It's heard on WGIR AM 610 and also on 96.7 The Wave right here in New Hampshire. And you can go to WGIRAM.com or 96.7thewave.com and hear it online.
Hey, Jeff, thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure.
And thanks for having me, by the way.
Oh, pleasure. It was a great time.